That was the gun for the start of the Masters of Men. And as we get settled in the gators here, sort themselves out a bit.
It's a pretty strong field today. You've got Cushing-Murray up there pretty early on in a Compex jersey. Everett Whiteside there, an Orden track club jersey. That's actually my high school coach. Proud to say he was 2010 usatf 10,000 meter champion on the track. Cushing-Murray, probably one of the stronger Masters runners in this field. Let's see, number 771 right there. Roll through the names on the Everett again. That is Keith Mulhollon from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. He's no stranger to cold weather like this. Followed in second by Everett Whiteside from Pensacola, Florida. 772. That is Tim Van Orden. Once again, in first there is number 771. That is Keith Mulhollon from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Everett Whiteside there, just behind him, and also Tim Van Orden from Bennington, Vermont. So you've got a Floridian who's a native, you've got a Wisconsinite there in first place, a Floridian, but he's from Mount Vernon, Illinois, not too far from here, and a Vermonster, I guess is the proper nomenclature. Now let's see, number 573 is also there. That is Richard Falcone from Cleveland, Tennessee. In the all black. Cushing-Murray is right there. Compex racing team always pretty strong. Compex and Atlanta Track Club always have good battles at Club Cross Country Nationals. It looks like both teams have solid numbers here this morning here in St. Louis.
Those of you just joining us, thank you for watching the USA Cross Country Championships on USARunningCircuit.com and Runnerspace.com. We are the second, excuse me on that tight turn, we are the second championship race of the day, and this is the rough part of the course. Lots of little ups and downs and turns, and a lot of footing issues on this bottom backside of the course. True park running here in Forest Park, St. Louis, Missouri.
There are no trails on this course, per se, no wooded trails, but there are quite a few twists and turns. You run through some wood, some areas, some trees. it's very natural terrain to the park. It's not a manufactured course by any means.
Now that's really the steep hill of the course.
Mulhollon continues to have this 5 to 10 meter lead. He's had pretty much since the gun went off. Not much else changing in the pack there. I see number 772 in the blue.
Let's turn around and see if we can spot the time.
That is Rusty Snow of Santa Barbara, California. Mr. Snow from California. That's quite the.
That's funny. I wonder how he's
a little juxtaposition there.
Feeling about the cold today.
And here we come up on 2K, 625 right now. 630, 631, 632, 633, 634 or so at 2K for Mulholland.
Right around 317 per K. Gentleman again running 8,000 meters, 8K, so 4 loops of this 2K loop.
So it continues to be Mulholland, Falcone, and Whiteside. Looks like Kristian Cushing-Murray is there, just behind Whiteside. Very windy up here in the field where they have to start and finish. 15 to 20 mile per hour winds today in St. Louis, and it's about 20 degrees right now. So that wind is a very biting wind. We'll see how it affects the athletes towards the end of the races after they've been out in the elements for a while. So they make this not quite hairpin turn, and they get the wind from that one way and then another. Mulholland, Falcone's hurts a little bit of this gap. He's at least attempting to, trying to separate himself from the chase pack.
There is a bit of a steep dip coming down onto the backside of this course coming up, and we'll see some athletes accelerate down it.
And of course, just like the women's Masters race, there is a race within the race, multiple races within the race, as there is the age-graded racing along with the overall racing. $400 for overall winner, but
there's that dip I was talking about.
There's $700 for the age-graded win. So quite a bit of money on the line this morning for the Masters men. And that money goes down to the top 5. And top 5 age-graded and top 3 overall. So Mulholland's been caught now by Falcone, and Cushing-Murray's there in 3rd. His son Nathaniel will be in the junior boys race later this morning. Also running 8K, they should see if father can keep up with son time-wise. Says, you're not going to catch me this morning. You may catch up with me now, but I'll surge away, as he is shown here.
Well, the men's race already proven to be much more competitive than the Masters women's. Still a good number of guys considered to be in the top pack, even though it's strung out a bit.
It's been interesting arm swing from Mulholland. Got a bit of a low carry.
That's your 3K mark right there. So that marker will be your odd kilometers.
We'll get another split at 4K, the halfway mark. Cushing-Murray leading the chase back there as Mulhollon leads. Try to get an ID again on the 772. We come up to a couple little quick dips on the course. Just enough to break the stride, but really just be annoying. That's Tim Van Orden there, blue and fourth. So you've got Mulhollon, Falcone, Cushing-Murray, and Van Orden, followed by Whiteside in fifth. It's extended his lead quite a bit. It's just about double in the last 400 meters or so. See now some runners lapping, getting the lap of the older Masters runners, but remember they are in a race within a race.
Well, and right around mid-race, I think, is where we expect to see that happen, Chris. You start realizing you're about halfway there, and maybe you can't quite hold the pace that you started out with.
And now you see Kristian Cushing-Murray, who's actually in the 45 to 49 age group, moved into second. He's clearly in second now. As we approach the 4 kilometer split. Forte. Just at 13 minutes now. 13:01, 13:02, 13:03, 04, 13:05, 13:06, 13:07 or so for Mulhollon, excuse me. Kristian Cushing-Murray eating up the gap. He's about 2 seconds back with Falcone and Van Orden about 3 or 4 seconds behind him, and then it's another 8 or 7 seconds to Whiteside in fifth. Kristian Cushing-Murray is making a big move here at the halfway mark. It probably comes part of the course, Kevin. Got the wind in his face.
Yeah, I think he sensed that he was trying to gap the field, and Kristian didn't want that to happen so easily. At least not before halfway. And to see that he's able to respond so strongly, I think, is a really good sign for Kristian.
Kristian's known in the Masters circuits. Look, the gloves are coming off, the hats are coming off. We've got some racing going on. As I was saying, Kristian's been more known for his kick, so if he lets Mulhollon get away too much, his kick's not going to do him much good if he's too far back, so it's a smart move to try to cover the moves. Just about on his shoulder now. I think we'll see Cushing-Murray just sit on him, not do any of the work unless he really lets the pace slow to where Falcone and Van Orden are allowed back in the race. There's our little roller coaster dip. Mulhollon from from Wisconsin couldn't get away from Kristian Cushing-Murray from California on that downhill, and now he's going to have to settle, maybe trying to use some undulating terrain coming up, it's uneven.
Coming up to 5K, Chris, I think.
Okay.
We may be able to see a split here.
And we're about 200 meters from the 5K.
Okay.
Break his stride and Cushing-Murray's stride, but you know, he's a track guy, Cushing-Murray, so if you can break a track guy's stride on a cross-country course, you're well. So 16:16 for us at 5K, so about 16:20 for our 2 leaders, about 16:25 for the chasers.
Yeah,
Place Everett Whiteside will be about 16:40.
I don't think the leaders are away yet either. I see the 3rd and 4th place gentlemen working very hard, and I think that initial move around 4K has calmed down. We may yet see them catch up and form a group of 4, Chris.
We might. We're just getting into the last 3K of the race, and we've seen countless times at these events come from behind in the last 2 or 3K of a race. Perhaps we're seeing a little bit of a move here by Mulhollon to make Cushing-Murray go with him on these uneven steps here on this part of the course. Challenge him a little bit. They are dodging through some of the slower runners. Both of these athletes are very relaxed. They look like they know what they're doing. They look like they haven't pushed themselves to the limit yet. Van Orden is pulling away from Falcone. Back there in the battle for 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, I think he's sensing an opportunity over this rough backside of the course, Chris, to bridge this gap maybe. I feel like that 5 seconds maybe has shrunk to 4.
You know, Cushing-Murray doesn't even look like he's breathing hard, which is quite remarkable since he's from California, and this cold air has to be difficult to breathe.
Yeah, Kristian's very happy to just kind of watch the shoes in front of him, and all right, now he may be pulling up alongside. Nope.
And you know, Van Orden and Falcone in 3rd and 4th, really, they haven't lost much ground this last lap. Maybe a meter or 2. So, you know, they definitely could come back as we approach the 6K mark coming up.
That's right, 6K coming up right here. So the apex of this loop that is on the top part of the course, that's where our even K marker is. We're about to turn into it right here.
We're at 1936, 1937, 38, 39, 40, 41, 1943, 44. I skipped a number there, I can do that. About 1950 for Van Orden, about 52 for Falcone. 5th place runner Everett Whiteside, it'll be about 20 minutes at 6K. Stretch if you don't have anybody to draft off of.
Absolutely. You can maybe even hear the wind whipping the banners around.
And it looks like Cushing-Murray's the only athlete who's got someone to kind of tuck in behind right here as Van Orden's got about 5 or 6 meters on Falcone back there in the chase.
Yeah, and it does look like it's coming straight across the field there, so no real way to hide from it.
Murray took a peek back there to see what was going on in 3rd and 4th place. And looking at the way Van Orden is running, he looks like he's physically making a push. His arms are swinging a little bit more than they were earlier. I think he's trying to take advantage of this flat ground, even with the wind in his face, using the good terrain to make up some ground. We might have ourselves a three-way battle here for the win and Orden gap this. Good job! Look at this, Van Orden is closing the gap. His stride has quickened. Cushing-Murray looks comfortable second behind Mulhollon. We've definitely got the wind in our face right now, the athletes do.
7K right there.
There's 7K, we've got a K to go. Just over 3 minutes of racing for these gentlemen.
Still very much a race. And there are almost 3 in the lead back now, Chris.
Van Orden looks like he's using the downhill here.
You know, over the last few years, I've actually been at several of the Masters National Championships races. They've been really good races on the men's side. I mean, they are well matched in the Masters men's division this last few years. Well, who looks better right now, Chris? You got a pick?
You know, I've got to go with Cushing-Murray with the kick. He's been sitting behind Mulhollon for about 4K now. I don't think Van Orden's going to catch. It looks like he's going to run out of ground. Every time Mulhollon gets a step or two, Cushing-Murray matches it. Hasn't made an attempt to pull up, dead shoulder with him, but I think that's a little bit of gamesmanship there. Of course, as I say it, I doesn't think Van Orden's, gaining a little bit more ground. So who knows?
Yeah, I think Kristian, having sat back for this long, is really just licking his chops at this point. I mean, you don't want to make a call too early, and you can't discount either of the gentlemen in first or third, but
I think if he's going to win this, he's going to have to get away from Kristian on the hill coming up.
Yeah,
just a few meters.
And we're going to watch for that right now. But from a racing standpoint, Kristian's in a fantastic spot.
Don't count out Van Orden. He's still gaining ground.
Oh, stalking. He's a second back.
Here goes Kristian. Here he goes. Pick it up. As much as you can. Cushing-Murray is off, Kevin, and I believe he's going to be our 2012 USA Cross Country Masters champion.
Absolutely, what a kick, and he's giving the Gator a run for our money here.
We are dodging through slower runners, but now we're clear of them. We go straight to the finish. Van Orden may catch Mulhollon. He's still gaining ground on him.
Look at the knee drive. Look at the arms. Kristian is a sprinter. He's looking back, but he knows he doesn't have to.
Push it! Good job! 5:45 right now on the clock. He's going to be about 26:20 or so when he comes across the line.
Here comes the gainer across.
26 minutes right now. So he'll be
26 minutes.
just over 26 minutes. Kristian Cushing-Murray, your national champion.
Kristian, very well done.
Followed by
Rusty Snow.
Excuse me, that was Rusty Snow, not man Orden.
Keith Mulhollon, number 3.
Wisconsin. Here comes Falcone and Whiteside.
4 will be Richard Falcone. Finishes in the number 4 spot. Number 5, Everett Whiteside, 26:33. These are your top 5 finishers. The men's Masters U.S. 8K Cross Country Championships here. Strong finishes across the board here as we get to the 27-minute point right now. 27 flat. Again, separate age divisions all competing in one Masters category. Very, very strong finishes here, folks. 27-20 on the clock currently. This is the U.S. Men's 8K Masters division. Of course, it's presented to us by Michelob Ultra. Clock now reads 27:36. Here comes Mark Jones with a kick from Evansville, Indiana. 27:45 on the clock.
Hey, this is Chris from RunnerSpace.com here at Kristian Cushing-Murray, 2012 USA Cross Country Masters National Champion. You ran a pretty smart race. Was that the plan, to sit back and then slowly catch up around 4K and then sit and kick?
I'm a miler, so this stuff is ridiculous. Cold, horrible surfaces. So my teammate Pete McGill, who's won a few of these, said, "Don't lead until you have to." And so I really just waited that last turn. I was thinking at a K to go I might take it, but the guy in front was tough. I think he was a little mad at me because he did all the work, but you know what? It's cross country, right?
So, how'd the weather affect your race today? You're a California guy, so it's a little cold,
I thought it would. It affects your warm-up. It affects that I can't really talk right now because my jaw is frozen. But during the race, I didn't think about it at all. Didn't feel cold, didn't feel hot. I didn't feel the need to take off my cap or anything like that. But it really wasn't as bad. The hardest part for me is the soft surface. I'm a rhythm runner, so it's hard for me to establish a sense of rhythm, which is why I just followed.
Your son's running the junior race. Have you guys made any kind of wagers today?
He better run faster than I did. What was my time? Anybody know?
It was about 26:10 or so.
Okay. Hopefully he'll run faster. He's aiming for top 6, but it's hard to know who's going to be here. We don't know if that's a realistic goal or not, but he's very fit. He's the reason I'm out here. I wouldn't have come here unless I was here to watch my son, because I hate this cross-country stuff.
So you're not going to run the 5K cross-country championship?
No. I mean, I lose money on this deal. I don't know what the prize money was, but between travel and everything like that, I can't imagine I'm going to.
I think it's about 400 for overall win, and
so
then
that almost pays for my plane ticket.
There's also the age graded.
Yeah, I won't get the age graded stuff. I have to run so fast to get some of these older guys.
Yeah.
I doubt. I never get age graded money. Anything could change. Yeah.
So what's next for you, racing wise?
I'll probably do some local 5Ks. I'm doing an 8K next week. Nothing serious. I'll probably do Ben Brown, a 5K on the track, and then Carlsbad, try and make it 4 in a row there.
All right. Well, congrats on getting the Masters title this year.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.